going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is going to be, I guess, episode 1. I guess I'm going to start doing a YouTube TV series. I'm going to try to at least get 1 to 2 videos up weekly. So mainly you're going to try to upload stuff on the weekend, and today my focus is on the 93 Civic with the B20. We're going to be doing a front end alignment on it, DIY alignment. Got to hook up heater hoses because they had the heater cord just looped, so it wasn't hooked up. So I hooked that up. I'll show you guys what I did to get that back going. And need to do a valve cover gasket because she's leaking. Need to get that cleaned up and no leaks because I'm tired of putting oil on it. So here we go. Alright, so make sure that thing's recording. We're recording, we're good. What I like to use for my alignments, I like to get this twine. I don't know if you can see it through, because of the light, but I get that. I'm going to tie it to this big old jack. This guy right here, so I could get it center of the wheel. I'm going to wrap this around the back wheel, around the other side, and come all the way back up to the front. Alright, after you get your string set up, this is how I do it. And since the car sits so low, I would do it on ramps. That way the suspension's under the load and the weight of the car. And I use them big ass bottle jacks. But if you look here, since I put that new control arm on, it threw this side way off. So I mean, she's all over the road. But when you wrap your string around, you want it barely touching the front side of your back wheel, but then wrap it around your back wheel. Do it all the way around underneath, around this side, and the same thing. Barely touching your wheel. Stretch that up, keep it center of the wheel, and you should be good. And it looks like this one might need a little adjusting, but you want an 1/8 inch toe in on each side. So this one has way too much toe going in, so I'm gonna have to adjust some of this out. And another thing, make sure your steering wheel's center when you do this. You might have to readjust, but I'm going to get my tools out, and hopefully everything breaks apart fairly easy. And I'm going to try to get this front end dialed in a little better and see what I can't do. I'm trying to look in line with this. Almost looks like this side needs to toe in some just by going down looking at the wheels, the tires. Of course it's hard to tell that way, but to me it looks like it's staggered out a little bit more than what it should be. So I'm gonna play with it and see what I can dial in. Alright, then when you crawl underneath to do your alignment, you want to target, let's go on this side. Your target is that right there. You want to break that jam nut loose and then spin the inner tie rod in accordingly to whichever way it's going to tow the wheel. So I'm going to get my tools and I'm going to break that loose and see what what I can't get out of the front end of this. All right, alignment set, tires are looking good with the rear. On the string, the measurement, it's looking good. So definitely happy with it. I'm gonna see how it does on the road. Might have to pull it back on and, you know, adjust and tweak some things, but, you know, all in all, that probably took me maybe 30 minutes to do all this, and it's probably gonna handle a lot better. I did it to the Del Sol, and the Del Sol rides straight as an arrow. I just have to clock my steering wheel. Since I put that manual rack in it, you know, steering wheel isn't lined up, so I just got to undo the slip yoke and clock it a few degrees, and she'll be good. Next, I need to get some brake clean that up. Gotta put that valve cover on. Radiator, I need to drain that. So I need to hook up my heater core. They have it disconnected in this, so I gotta go back on the hatch, the parts car, and see if I can rob a heater hose off of it and get some heat rocking in this, because, you know, it's getting cold in the mornings here. It's like this morning was 50, so I'm gonna need that to be able to keep the moisture off the windshield and whatnot. It's break time. Figure I'll let these buttheads play a little bit. Get him, Frigga! Get up! There you go. Good girl. Good boy. Good girl, baby. Good girl, Frig. Max. Stay over here, buddy. Good boy. Let me know somebody's pulling in across the street. Good boy, Max. What are you doing, butthead? Huh? What are you doing? Frig. Sit. Speak. Good girl, baby. Alright, I had my little fun, my little break with my dogs. Now I'm draining the coolant, and I want to get these lines on. And yeah, hopefully I'll have heat. Probably should take this intake off real quick. Now I have more room down there at the bottom. I don't need to get rid of all this janky shit they have on there. So it's like legit, man. I don't do that. I plug it with the vacuum caps. Try to do it right, make it look nice, more presentable. And I really don't know if I'm gonna put too much money in this car. Just when I was underneath, looked like they bottomed out on something on the driver's side floorboard, man. It's all caved up. So yeah, I don't know if I want to mess with all that. Just need some TLC. Needs a new front core support, which I have, but that's a lot of work. You got to drill out all them spot welds and re-weld everything. And they straightened it out to the best they could, but it's still messed up. I don't know how much damage is done until, you know, I get it off and try to mock up the other one. But the cool thing is, these are going to be donor cam gears from a turbo build for the Del Sol. Got the fuel rail, the pressure gauge and stuff. So that's good. At least I have that. I'm going to throw a Stockman on that. It don't need all that fancy shit. But yeah, hopefully I have some heat, man. Can't wait. Be nice. Over there, out of the way. Oh yeah. Yeah, it opened up a lot, so I have a lot of access down there. Just hope the heater core is good. If not, I'm gonna have to pull the one out of the EG hatch and swap over to this. But yeah, Need to get to the parts store, get some brake clean up all this oil and stuff. Bryce is going to hook me up with a new valve cover gasket. So I have to run over and grab that. And hopefully get all that swapped out. Alright guys, so I got it hooked up. Now, the one coming off the valve towards the passenger side, that one runs up, it routes around into the side of your head. Now, the other one, closest to the driver's side, that one routes up and it goes right there into the thermostat housing. So it's time to fill this thing up, and fingers crossed that the heater cord does not leak and everything works as it should. Alright, so I have to go back in. I'm going to take the hose off of the driver's side down there, as it wasn't clamping tight enough and it was leaking right there. So I'm going to get that spring clamp off and get this worm clamp on there, and hopefully that does it. And fill it back up with coolant and make sure nothing leaks. I do have an exhaust leak down there somewhere. I don't see anything leaking so far. There is heat coming out, so that's a plus. I don't know why you would bypass that. Let's hope it's good. Let's take this thing for a test drive. Want to see how the steering is. Make sure there ain't no leaks after driving, you know. Plus I need to go get this damn valve cover gas. Oh yeah, way better. Pulls to the left a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna have to dial some more stuff in, but I'll just keep tweaking with it until I get it to where I want it. Alright guys, it's late. Took the car out for a test drive. You know, it did alright. As it drove, the tires wore and kind of evened out the front. Still got to dial it in just a little bit more. And hopefully tomorrow, I'll make another video. Got some stuff I got to do on the Del Slow. And, yeah, I think we might all go to Mexico and do some rips tomorrow. So I'll be taking B20B Civic out, and we're all going to go out and play. There's an H22A swapped Accord, F20B hatch. You know, just going to go out and have some fun, do some pulls. So, be watching for another video. Have a good, safe weekend.